This is France's third largest city, a cinema and food capital of the world, and tonight, 11,000 plus have sold out the LDLC Arena in anticipation for WWE Backlash, live from Lyon, France. WrestleMania, a night where champions were crowned, where careers changed forever, where legacies were forged and legends were born in front of the world. But success is only the beginning. Because it's what you do after the glory that truly defines you. Tonight, the fallout begins. The Eradicator proved once again why she sits on the throne, but the center of the universe pushed her to her absolute limit. Now, the next chapter begins, where dominance meets defiance once again, and the war for gold rages on. A mad dragon finally reached the mountaintop, but now faces the one opponent he's never truly conquered. Two warriors on a mission, and a dream still chasing destiny. And the unbreakable force, undisputed, dominant, but standing between two former brothers, each fueled by ambition, pride, and the thirst for redemption. A visionary, a tribal chief, and a champion unlike anything we've ever seen. Tonight, champions will be tested. Rivalries will erupt, grudges will be settled, and when the smoke clears, we will see who rises and who falls at Backlash.
And now, live from Lyon des France, WWE presents Backlash.
11,682 right here inside the LDLC Arena. We are live from Lyon, France. Welcome to the 2025 Backlash.
Is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the WWE Women's World Championship.
And I can't think of a better way to kick things off here tonight than with championship gold on the line. This one courtesy of Thursday Night SmackDown and seemingly Judgment Day's newest acquisition, maybe even Dirty Dom's new girlfriend, Liv Morgan, the challenger for the Women's World Championship here tonight. Regardless of her association, Liv Morgan last year at this very event was the reigning, defending WWE Women's Champion. She's looking to get back to the promised land, this time courtesy of SmackDown, this time as the Women's World Champion. That is certainly easier said than done when your opponent is the genius of the sky. It was last month in Philadelphia that Iyo Sky outlasted Raquel Rodriguez in an incredible fight to once again become a champion here in the WWE, but this time as the Women's World Champion. Iyo Sky has been on the rise on SmackDown for quite some time, and WrestleMania was her crowning achievement. But she has been reminded what it is like to hold championship gold over her shoulder ever since. The target painted wide on her back. Liv Morgan drafted from Raw over to SmackDown, and on night one ambushed Iyo Sky in the SmackDown ring, cracking her right over the skull with that very Women's World Championship. Liv has left Iyo laying multiple times over the last few weeks, and of course a huge 6-woman tag team victory this past Thursday night as Liv, Piper Niven, and Chelsea Green kept down the Kabuki Warriors. With all the history of the last few weeks, is all in the past. What matters is right here, right now, in Lyon.
Introducing the challenger from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan. And her opponent from Tokyo, Japan, the WWE Women's World Champion, Iyo Sky.
Well, 5 championships to be decided right here tonight in the LDLC Arena. The first going down right here, right now, as referee Jessica Carr holds the gold in her hand. Liv Morgan, is she glazing into her future, or is Iyo Sky gonna walk away and still Women's World Champion? Questions that we remain answers to as we get things underway live from the LDLC Arena. Here we go, Iyo Sky high out of the gate. And you should really expect nothing less. Iyo Sky very frustrated with how Liv Morgan has gotten the best of her over the last couple of weeks. Iyo Sky ever aggressive, but she's got to make sure she does not see red tonight. Overcommit to that aggression. And what causes her to make a mistake? Because if so, Liv Morgan, former champion in her own right, may just find a way to capitalize. Remember a couple of weeks ago at Spring Stampede for No Nation Gaming channel members, Liv Morgan with a little assistance from the Cruiserweight champion Dirty Dominik Mysterio, who we'll see in action in just a bit. Liv Morgan, big time victory over Zelina Vega on that night. Iyo Sky surprisingly arriving on the scene, trying to get even with Liv Morgan after that initial attack that we talked about. But Liv Morgan once again getting the best of Iyo at Spring Stampede a couple of weeks ago. No matter where Iyo Sky has turned over the last few weeks, it seems Liv Morgan has been waiting there in the wind and has gotten the best of her. Will that happen once again tonight? Will Liv Morgan be leaving Backlash the new Women's World Champion? So far, so good. You know, we talked about Liv Morgan last year at this very event. Although going for the drop kick that time, I don't know if she miscalculated just a bit or if Iyo Sky was out of position. Either way you spin it, Liv Morgan trying to beat Iyo Sky in her own game of going high risk, high reward, and it did not work out. And that ends up benefiting the reigning, defending Women's World Champion, who is now in the driver's seat. As we were discussing, though, Liv Morgan last year at this very event defended the WWE Women's Championship against, coincidentally enough, the same challenger who will face Rhea Ripley later tonight, that being Tiffany Stratton. Liv Morgan knows what it's like to sit at the top of the division, knows what it's like to be a champion. She's had some humps in the road over the last few months, but maybe tonight is where it all starts to pay off. There's Iyo Sky showing Liv Morgan how it's done. Drop kick off the top, and now off the middle buckle. You never try to beat Iyo Sky in her own game. Never try to tug on Superman's cape, and you certainly never try to go to the sky against Iyo Sky. And even though she might not have gotten the victory that time, Iyo is hot in pursuit of the such. Iyo Sky locking in this armbar. I'm sure something her Kabuki Warrior sister, the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, taught her along the way. Asuka, unfortunately, upset, pinned by Liv Morgan in that 6-woman tag team matchup this past Thursday night on SmackDown. There's Liv Morgan now, trying to hustle out of it. I'm sure she did her damnedest to prepare for not just Iyo Sky's offense, but for all of what the Kabuki Warriors bring to the table. Train together, learn together. Iyo Sky has become great together with the Kabuki Warriors. Liv Morgan, as we mentioned, seemingly joining the ranks of the Judgment Day in recent weeks. We've seen her and Dominik hanging around each other. First in the backstage area, they've accompanied each other down to ringside for contests. Of course, Dominik Mysterio with his own business to handle tonight. Himself and Finn Balor got a 2v2 outing against the Usos, so Liv Morgan going it alone against Iyo Sky. Liv Morgan here, what she needs to do is slow down Iyo Sky. Needs to ground the champion, cannot allow her to wrestle her style of matchup. We've seen Iyo already be explosive in this Women's World Championship defense. If that keeps up, it is going to be a detriment to the challenger. In the last few weeks, Liv Morgan has left Iyo Sky laying. This is not the first time this year that these two women have crossed paths. Remember back in February, the Elimination Chamber matchup, Liv Morgan on a tear, eliminated everybody in that contest except one. That was Iyo Sky. The Elimination Chamber matchup came down to these very two women. It was Iyo Sky who pinned Liv Morgan, who punched her ticket to WrestleMania, where she challenged for the Women's World Championship. That very well could have been Liv Morgan's opportunity had it not been for the genius of the Sky, and I am sure Liv Morgan has not forgotten. Liv looking to right that wrong and become Women's World Champion here tonight. Code breaker, down goes Iyo. To become new champion, referee Jessica Tar right there. Unfortunately for Liv, Iyo Sky still fighting. Liv better have done her homework on Iyo Sky and saw what happened last month in Philadelphia at WrestleMania. Iyo Sky was pushed to her very limits by Raquel Rodriguez and still was able to overcome the champion on that night. Oh! Shohei uppercut. Iyo Sky has proven to be resilient in recent months on SmackDown. It is what brought her to the dance. It is what brought her success. Will it continue here tonight in Lyon in front of 11,000 strong? Iyo Sky picking up the pace. Liv Morgan crawling away to the corner. She may feel a sense of urgency, but here comes Iyo. Bullet train attack. Liv Morgan looking up at the lights of the LDLC. To retain the title, it's not over yet. Iyo Sky, any moment she can in this matchup, has tried to pick up the pace, has tried to strap those rockets to her feet and keep it moving. Liv Morgan doing all she can to not only survive, but just ground Iyo Sky. Wait a minute here. Crucifix bomb into the pinfall. Gonna steal the title, not just yet. This is how you kick off the first PLE of the season. We are live for Backlash. 5 championships to be defended and so much more here in Lyon. Iyo Sky, see the fatigue of this matchup written all over the body language as she just collapsed off the collision with the buckles. Just keeps up. We are going to be heading back to the States with the new Women's World Champion and Liv Morgan. Iyo Sky brought into the corner. Certainly not where she wants to be. Liv Morgan full head of steam. Iyo Sky leaving the soles of her boots that time. Not by will, but by force of the monkey flip by the challenger. Liv certainly ever confident. This is a familiar sight, seeing Liv Morgan standing on her soles while Iyo Sky's looking up at the lights. We've seen it in recent weeks. Tonight, however, is where it counts the most. Iyo Sky crawling away to the corner again. Liv Morgan in hot pursuit. Iyo Sky is feeling rough here in this championship matchup. Going for the drop kick, nobody home. Iyo Sky able to dust herself off after that collision with the... Oh, wait a minute here. Oh, that thought suplex by Iyo. Off the collision with the ring post. Iyo Sky might have put some superstars down, but it might have just woke Iyo Sky up. Another Shohei uppercut, and now into the combination of kicks. Iyo Sky once again starting to get the ball rolling in this matchup. He is utilizing that uppercut to great perfection here. Liv Morgan with very little answer. Iyo Sky measuring her challenger. Liv Morgan, however, off the reversal. Goes behind, into the Irish whip, pulls her back. Iyo Sky off the reversal this time. Goes for another Shohei uppercut, maybe relying too much on that maneuver, and Liv Morgan makes her pay. Drop kick takes the champion off her feet. Much to the chagrin of this Lyon, France audience, who seemingly are all behind the champion. Oh no, Iyo Sky in prime position for an oblivion. We're gonna have a new champion here in Lyon. Not just yet, Iyo Sky. Once again, just like WrestleMania, digging down deep. Liv Morgan thought she had it, but Iyo Sky, however, wait a minute. Reversal that time. Liv Morgan was starting to come unglued, and look at Iyo Sky again. Added maneuvers to her arsenal. She has got Liv Morgan all kinds of tied up in the submission hold here. Iyo Sky clenching in. Liv Morgan taps. Liv Morgan taps. Iyo Sky retains.
Here is your winner, and still
I think what we saw there was Liv Morgan getting frustrated. She was starting to come unglued, and Iyo Sky caught her. The Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, teaching Iyo Sky a couple of new tricks of the trade, and Iyo Sky is leaving still Women's World Champion. Well, Liv Morgan unsuccessful here at Backlash. Maybe her new boyfriend, Dirty Dominik Mysterio, will have better luck, because coming up next, the Cruiserweight Champion himself, Dirty Dom, along with the Prince Finn Balor, the Judgment Day, take on the reunited Jay and Jimmy, the Usos. The history runs oh so deep. The Usos are back together for the first time since September here at Backlash. The history between these four superstars runs deep, from championship glory, to battles for supremacy, to a turf war that reignited on SmackDown. Last year, it was Monday Night Raw's greatest war, the Judgment Day and the Usos waging chaos for the tag team titles. A battle that exploded into all-out warfare, as the Judgment Day made it their mission to tear down the bloodline. It all came to a head last September at No Mercy. With everything on the line, the Usos put their careers on Raw at stake in one final showdown. But inside tables, ladders, and chairs, the Judgment Day stood tall. And just like that, the Usos were banished. Jey Uso re-emerged on SmackDown, carving a new path for himself. A solo journey, away from his brother and away from the past. While the Judgment Day continue to dominate on Monday Night Raw, their chaos unrelenting. But time changes everything. Finn Balor stabbing Damian Priest in the back. He and Dirty Dominik Mysterio have found a new home on Thursday nights. And it didn't take long before old rivals collided once again. Main event, Jey Uso knows this game all too well. He's seen what the Judgment Day can do, and he refuses to let history repeat itself. And now, the blood is back. For the first time since September, Jimmy Uso has re-emerged on SmackDown, reuniting with his brother and united for one mission: revenge. The Judgment Day and the Usos are ready to write the next chapter, one born out of battle, fueled by redemption, and settled inside the ring at Backlash. The bad blood is about to boil over. We got a tag team matchup on hand, live from Lyon here at Backlash. No championships, only grudges. The Judgment Day, the Usos. Oh, it's oh so personal here in Lyon, France.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 390 pounds, Dominik Mysterio and Finn Balor, the Judgment Day.
Well, the Judgment Day have wasted no time painting a new picture of what this group is all about. The recent acquisitions of Liv Morgan, of course, is Finn Balor's good friend, JD McDonough. The Judgment Day with a completely new leash on their careers over the last couple of weeks. Dirty Dominik Mysterio winning the Cruiserweight Championship at WrestleMania that propelled him over to SmackDown. Finn Balor drafted to the Blue Brand as well, and it did not take long, as you saw in the video package, to reopen old wounds with main event Jey Uso. Luckily for Jey tonight, he ain't fighting a solo battle. He's got his brother. He's got Big Jim, Jimmy Uso. And for the first time since No Mercy in September, the Usos are back together. And you gotta believe Jimmy has been waiting for this night.
And their opponents, first representing the Usos from San Francisco, California,
and Jimmy Uso was on the shelf with numerous injuries, all caused by the Judgment Day throughout last summer over the last couple of months. But Jimmy Uso resurfacing on SmackDown, coming to the aid of his brother, Main Event Jay. And now finding their homes on the blue brand, Jay and Jimmy Uso, two solo acts, not afraid to stand on their own, but coming together for one common goal, and that's finally getting payback on the men that caused them so much pain and punishment, the Judgment Day. Jimmy Uso, laser focused here at Backlash. One of the most popular superstars in WWE today is on the scene.
And representing the Usos from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main event, Jey Uso.
Hey, you heard Jay a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown. He wasn't going to sit idly by and let the Judgment Day push their weight around. Jay threw the first punch. He's ready for a fight. He's ready for war here at Backlash. And Lyon, France is on their feet. Look at this place! It is a frenzy in France for main event Jey Uso! What a sight! What a scene! The energy is palpable! And main event Jey, along with Big Jim, ready to finally take care of business! It ain't gonna be an easy task, but the Usos have come prepared for war! We are set for this tag team bout here at Backlash. Jimmy Uso back inside the ring with Dirty Dom, just as he was a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown. Jimmy Uso picking up the victory over Dominik Mysterio on that night. Of course, Liv Morgan was at ringside and did all she could to try to avoid that being the result. Unfortunately, it was a short-lived celebration for Jimmy upon his return to the ring. Jimmy Uso's certainly feeling it here, but it was a short-lived celebration upon his return to the ring and the victory over Dirty Dom, thanks to the arrival of JD McDonough, who laid out Jimmy Uso a couple of weeks ago. Super kick by the Usos. Just moments after that, the cameras had cut to the backstage area to find Jey Uso being ambushed by Finn Balor. Just a week removed from the Usos being reunited, the Judgment Day did all they could to divide and conquer and send a last-minute message before this tag team matchup here tonight at Backlash. Jey Uso, who's still riding off the high of an incredible United States Championship reign from Halloween night all the way to WrestleMania Sunday. And I'm sure Jey Uso is itching to get his hands on gold again. And the Usos together realize that if they want to move forward in their careers, they gotta take care of these old wounds, these old ghosts in the Judgment Day. Ain't gonna be an easy task. Dirty Dom is really coming to his own over the last year. Former Intercontinental Champion, currently the Cruiserweight Champion. You may not like his attitude, but you gotta give the devil his due. Well, he was voted by you, the fans, the 2024 Breakout Superstar of the Year. Whether we like him or not, it was for good reason. There's a tag made to Finn Balor, a man who's had a hell of a lot of blood on his hands over the last few weeks alone, not just on SmackDown, but of course on one of his last nights on Monday Night Raw. Balor stabbing his old tag team partner, Damian Priest, in the back. We saw Damian Priest finally return this past Monday Night on Raw, hell-bent on physicality inside of that ring. Fortunately for Damian, the Judgment Day now resides on SmackDown. Priest resides on Raw, and it seems as if no retribution for the punishment will be in sight. I think that's exactly how Finn Balor likes it. He doesn't want to deal with Damian Priest anymore. Hell, it was out of his own mouth that he said Damian Priest was dead to him on Balor's last night on Raw before he was drafted over to the Blue brand. I'm sure that's exactly how he feels about the Usos as well. It's nothing to do with these superstars any longer. Wants to finally put the nail in the coffin of Big Jim and Main Event Jay right here tonight in Lyon, France. There's Jimmy Uso shoving Balor off him. Jimmy Uso spent a lot of time in the ring with Balor last year, and here we are again right in another chapter. We're going to talk about physicality and being hell-bent on it. That's exactly what the Usos got in mind upon making the flight over to Lyon, France tonight. All they want is their pound of flesh against the Judgment Day for all the pain that they have caused them. Jimmy Uso now scaling the ropes. The Usos never been afraid to leave the soles of their boots, and he gets what he wanted. Balor nearly avoided it. Looked like he was going. He's trying to knock Jimmy off the ropes that time. Jimmy able to avoid. There's a tag made to Jay. The Usos working like a well-oiled machine in this matchup. The brothers haven't lost a step. Uso splash by Main Event Jay. We could be over in a hurry, but Finn Balor has felt that before. He's absorbed it before, and he has found a way to survive once again. Oh, there's Jay over the top, or I should say through the rope, suicide dive. Balor rolled to the outside thinking he was going to catch a breath, create some distance. He should know better than anybody that there's nowhere to hide from the Usos. Jay and Jimmy got one goal tonight. Hold on here. Balor off the drop kick. Takes Jay off his feet. Hustles into the pinfall. It's not over yet. Usos got one goal tonight. That's to put the Judgment Day on lock. Send them to the Uso penitentiary for good. That ain't gonna happen if the Judgment Day's got anything to say about it. Balor taking down Jay, and there's a tag made of the Cruiserweight Champion, Dirty Dom! Neckbreaker, springboard, moonsault. Now a tag back to Finn. I'm sure the Judgment Day have came in with an A plan, a B plan, a C plan, all the way to Z. They know the Usos extremely well. They are not looking for this to be the night that the Usos get exactly what they want. The retribution that they've been hoping and praying for as they were booted off of Raw last September. Just as history goes, now the Judgment Day also finds their home on SmackDown, and it was only inevitable before all these men cross paths again. Oh no, Jay in trouble! Brain buster by Finn! And Jimmy Uso realizing that Jay might have had his eggs scrambled off that maneuver, breaking things up before Balor can get the 3. But that doesn't mean Jay's any better off. Pele kick. Jay Uso looking up at the lights of the LDLC. Balor on top. Coup de grace to Main Event Jay Uso. That might do it here. Oh, but Jay Uso digging down deep and able to kick out. Lyon, France on their feet in appreciation of this matchup. I'm sure Jay Uso is appreciating this combination of maneuvers by Finn. Balor stacking the offense, some of his best offense, I'll say. And Jay Uso looking worse for wear. If this keeps up, it is going to be a long flight home for the Usos. If the Judgment Day can once again get another feather in their cap against this Samoan dynasty. Counter by Jay. Pop-up neck breaker. Oh, and only a 1 count that time. Might not have gotten a 3 count, but the positive is the Usos may be back in the driver's seat. Finn into the corner. Dare I say a much-needed tag to Big Jim. Here we go. Super kicks once again by the Usos. Ooh. Jimmy Uso realizing the Usos in total gotta get the ball rolling. Another pair of kicks by Jimmy. Oh, there's Dirty Dom. Ensuring that this matchup isn't over yet. Jimmy Uso getting tagged in, comes in, guns a-blazing. I'm sure Finn Balor is wondering where the hell he is right now. If he didn't already, he certainly does. Off the whisper in the wind by Jimmy. Oh, it looks like Jimmy's just going to open up the line, allow Balor to make the tag to the Cruiserweight Champion. Jimmy looking to get his hands on Dirty Dom. Oh, wait a minute. Don't underestimate the Cruiserweight Champion. Inside cradle here. Not over yet. Dirty Dominik Mysterio in the ring with Jimmy Uso 2 weeks ago on SmackDown. Jimmy knows he can beat down this man and get the victory. Will he be able to do so again tonight here at Backlash? That's the question we remain an answer to. There's a reversal by Mysterio. Wait a minute here. We might be in Lyon, France, but Dominik Mysterio's dialing up the area code of 619. 619. Oh, look at that. Going after Jay as well. Grabbing the boot. Well, Dom better regret, or he should say he may regret not capitalizing on that 619 because Jay Uso just put his hands on the champ. And Jimmy Uso now. Off the schoolboy trying to catch Dirty Dom. Dom a little overconfident. Wasn't able to capitalize on the 619. May live to regret it, but there's a Frankensteiner. Mysterio. Certainly what he did do is weaken up Jimmy Uso off that 619 maneuver. Landed it flush. Usually follows it up with either the halo or the frog splash to try to get the victory. Oh no, Jimmy Uso maybe in the drop zone. Speaking of the such frog splash, nobody home. Jimmy Uso avoiding the frog splash by Dom. Oh, look at Dominik Mysterio realizing this cannot be a night where mess-ups are what brings a detriment to the Judgment Day. Trying to continue to fight, trying to absorb the punishment. Dominik and Jimmy just jockeying for position here. Reversal for reversal, and down goes the Cruiserweight Champion. Jimmy Uso might have saved the day off of avoiding that frog splash, and that was splashed into the corner of his own. Tag made to a former United States champion in Jey Uso, who goes after Dirty Dom. Just a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown as well, that Jey Uso went one-on-one with Finn Balor, may have gotten the victory on that night had it not been for Dominik Mysterio as well as JD McDonough. Oh, Dom able to get out of the line of fire that time, and Jey Uso just ate a pair of boots for Sunday night dinner. The excitement palpable here in LDLC. There's a tag made to Finn Balor. Jey Uso once again. Nikes to the jawline. Finn Balor going behind. Jey in trouble. Nearly sent through the canvas. Not over yet. Not over yet. Jey Uso did not come this far to fall short to the Judgment Day again. Jey now set to the corner. Enemy territory. Trying to fight. Spear! Spear! That's how he beat McDonough a few weeks ago. Dirty Dom breaking things off. Tag made to Big Jim. He might not have gotten the victory off the spear, but he's got Balor looking up at the lights. Jimmy Uso gonna look to rub some salt in the wounds. Wounds that Jey Uso might have just opened up. Oh, there's a reversal by Balor. Jimmy sent to the corner. Enemy territory as we talked about. Hold on here. Full mount into the shots. Sometimes there's nothing fancy about what we're seeing in this matchup. It is bad blood boiling over, and these two teams want nothing more than to defeat the other. Down goes Dirty Dom. On a tag made to Jey. The Usos got something in mind. 1D. It's been too long since we've seen that maneuver. Jey to the cover on Finn. Off the 1D. This one's over. What a victory for the Usos!
Here are your winners, Jimmy and Jey Uso.
Finn Balor and Dominik Mysterio. Hell, even Liv Morgan and JD McDonough. They've been thorns in the side of the Usos for weeks, and the Usos still remember the haunting pain of yesteryear. Jey and Jimmy reuniting tonight to keep down the ghost of their past. An incredible matchup as main event Jey and Big Jim. The Usos are on top right here at Backlash. Can't get enough Universe mode? Well, now is your chance to secure a backstage pass to more Universe than ever before. Become a Noah Nation Gaming channel member and gain entry to exclusive kickoff shows before each and every premium live event. Also, witness bi-monthly house shows that directly affect your episodic viewing of Universe Mode. Also, take a peek behind the curtain and see how Universe Mode is brought to life each and every week. Hit the join button down below, become a Backstage Pass Noah Nation Gaming channel member, and get your front row seat to more Universe than ever before. Well, we are live from Lyon, France tonight, but on Saturday night, May 31st, we're heading to Bakersfield, California for the channel member exclusive Beach Blast live event. Hit the join button down below, become a Noah Nation Gaming channel member, punch your ticket to Beach Blast, and also gain access to the Backlash kickoff show that happened earlier tonight here in the LDLC.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
Well, we have our second championship on the line here tonight. And here comes the #1 contender. The prize fighter, Kevin Owens, looks to outlast the most dominant version of Solo Sikoa we have ever seen for the Intercontinental Championship. It'll not be an easy task as Solo's new enforcer, Jacob Fatu, looms at ringside, but Kevin Owens making it through 2 rounds of the #1 contenders eliminator, turning away Tony D'Angelo, Santos Escobar, and ultimately Ludwig Kaiser to punch his ticket to Backlash right here tonight. It was last year at this very event that Kevin Owens main evented, successfully retaining the WWE Championship. Also over the last 12 months, he holds a reign with the World Tag Team titles alongside Sami Zayn. Will Kevin Owens once again add to that list of accolades and become the Intercontinental Champion? It'll not be an easy task. Locked, loaded, and laser-focused is the challenger. But so is the ever-intimidating champion. And the sight has only gotten scarier with the addition of the enforcer, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, watching the back of the street champ over the last month or so. But Solo Sikoa winning the Intercontinental Championship, something he was obsessing over on Monday Night Raw. He did so back at WrestleMania, defeating Bronson Reed in a Philadelphia street fight. He retained the gold in a rematch over Bronson Reed, albeit with help of Jacob Fatu. And ever since then, Solo Sikoa has been waiting idly by, seeing who was going to step up, seeing who was going to get a crack at the gold. Kevin Owens draws the lucky straw. But is it lucky when you got to go one-on-one with Solo Sikoa? Well, Kevin Owens ain't never been afraid of a fight. I don't care if he's got just Solo or for Jacob Fatu's at ringside as well. Owens knows one thing, and that's clenching his fists and starting to swing. Will it be enough to bring home the Intercontinental Championship here tonight at Backlash?
Introducing the challenger from Merivale, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 266 pounds, Kevin Owens. And his opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Solo Sikoa.
Over the last couple of weeks, we have seen just how destructive Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu can be as a duo. Took down Awesome Truth this past Monday night on Raw. Turned away the Street Profits back at Spring Stampede a couple of weeks ago as well. Tonight is not about duos action for Solo Sikoa. It is about singles competition, and the Intercontinental Championship that he was chasing for months on Monday Night Raw hangs in the balance. Referee Rod Zapata calling this matchup. We are underway. Solo Sikoa looking to assert his dominance in the early going. Remember, just after Kevin Owens had defeated Ludwig Kaiser to become the #1 contender for the Intercontinental title a couple of weeks ago, he was met with the ambush by Jacob Fatu, who laid out Kevin Owens with not one, not two, but 3 impaler DDTs inside of the ring. I am sure Owens has not forgotten and is looking to take out that aggression from the man that stuck Jacob Fatu to him on that night, and that's Solo Sikoa. These two men just throwing live rounds off the opening bell. Not the first time these two duos, or I should say these two men, have met inside of the ring. Know each other a bit well. It's been some time since they've been inside the ring, but nonetheless, two fighters, very aggressive at their craft, both looking to leave Backlash with the same goal. Only one man can do just that. We have seen over the last minute or so. This is not going to be a long fight, but it'll certainly be a physical one. One that the human body is going to be feeling the effects of tomorrow morning. Solo Sikoa really starting to find his footing. He's always been destructive, has always been an animal on Monday Night Raw, but really was never to gain that ultimate success. But he's finally started to put the pieces together in recent months. Defeating Bronson Reed in that Philadelphia street fight, as we mentioned at WrestleMania, winning the Intercontinental Championship. Now bringing in Jacob Fatu, another member of that Anoa'i family. Solo Sikoa obviously has put together a dangerous game plan, and it has brought him success whether you like it or not. That's what Kevin Owens is just looking to find the answer to right here tonight, but I don't think Solo Sikoa is going to give him that option. Solo has his way. He will ground Kevin Owens. He will beat him down until Solo feels it is enough. And Solo waltzes out of Lyon, France as champion. Sikoa going to the top rope early. Solo Sikoa with the Samoan splash. No wasted motion. No hesitation. Solo maybe looking to get this done earlier than expected. Owens kick it out, but Owens is hurt. Solo now could be loaded up for a Samoan spike, but Kevin Owens avoids it. Kevin Owens avoids Solo's best shot. Why don't you go ask The Miz how that Samoan spike feels? He felt it this past Monday night on Raw. Here's Kevin Owens now, realizing that Solo has not come to mince words, has come to get the job done, and Owens needs to do the same. Kevin Owens able to avoid that spike and now bringing the fight to Solo Sikoa, matching the Street Champs' energy here at Backlash. Kevin Owens held the Intercontinental Championship a couple of times early on in his WWE career. As we mentioned, over the last 12 months, Owens has a reign as the WWE Champion, as World Tag Team Champions. Maybe tonight, he becomes Intercontinental Champion as well. Moonsault off of Brett's rope. Only a 1 count that time. Just goes to show you how tough as nails Solo Sikoa is. If anybody can outlast the toughness and roughness of Solo Sikoa, it's Kevin Owens. And, oh, wait a minute here. Well, this is what Owens cannot allow in this matchup, and that's allowed Jacob Fatu to be an X factor. Fatu yelling and screaming like a little schoolgirl at ringside. It distracts Kevin Owens momentarily. Solo now off the shoulder rock from behind. Owens able to kick out. Just as Owens was starting to get the ball rolling here. Kevin Owens not looking to allow that to be a difference maker. These two men throwing haymakers. Oh, and a headbutt by Solo Sikoa. You never want to headbutt a Samoan. Kevin Owens not given a choice that time. Solo, wait a minute, again. Hell-bent on that spike. But Kevin Owens, again, able to avoid Solo's best shot. Owens knows that could be the end of the line, and Kevin Owens not looking to allow it. Owens now on top. Frog splash by the challenger. Nearly a new champion here at Backlash, but Solo gonna live on. And that was great resilience by Kevin Owens, bouncing back after that slight hesitation by Jacob Fatu. It could have been a detriment. Could have allowed Solo Sikoa to put the nail in the coffin of this matchup. But you see Owens, the veteran, ever resilient. And now with Solo on top, fireman's carry position, going for an amusement park ride. Falls it over the senton. And back into the pin. May not have gotten even a 2 count that time. Man, Solo Sikoa ever emphatic tonight. Kevin Owens maybe starting to realize that he is in the ring with a different Solo Sikoa than he's meant before. Owens, pop-up powerbomb. Again a kick out. Again, Solo Sikoa gonna retain that Intercontinental Championship 1 moment longer. Owens racking his brain and, oh, come on, again, Jacob Fatu taking Kevin Owens' eye off the ball. Owens cannot allow this here. Owens over the top rope by hands of Solo. Solo just trying to ragdoll the challenger. Easier said than done. You're in there with Kevin Owens, but Solo Sikoa just cut from a different cloth. This has been a physical matchup out of the opening bell. No wasted motion, no hesitation. Champion and challenger colliding. Solo going back to the top. He already saw success from the heavens earlier on. Drop the hammer. Oh, Kevin Owens, I think he was able to sidestep. Delivered a shot right to the rib cage. Owens gets that shot and plants it right in the right position. He's going to take the wind out of Solo Sikoa, maybe long enough to get the victory. Owens hanging in there with the champion, sending Solo to the outside. Wait a minute here. Owens full head of steam. Over the top rope, takes out Solo. This is indeed awesome as Solo Sikoa is looking up at the lights and Kevin Owens is backing up Jacob Fatu and levels him with a clothesline. And Jacob Fatu can mouth off only once, and there's a shot by Owens to Solo as well. Owens is finding his groove. KO's in the driver's seat, oh maybe not. Went over the top rope, took out Jacob Fatu, took out Solo Sikoa. The referee was at a count of 9 that time. Kevin Owens breaking the count, realizing he did not win the championship via count out tonight. Count gonna start over. Kevin Owens gonna bring this fight back inside the ring, it seems. Owens needs to get the job done between the ropes, but incredible offense by Kevin Owens on the outside, really asserting his dominance, if you will. Solo on top, power bomb by Owens. And another near fall. That might be the closest Kevin Owens has gotten in this matchup to defeating Solo Sikoa for the Intercontinental Gold. Kevin Owens dealing with the interference from Jacob Fatu, trying to deal with the most destructive version of Solo Sikoa we've ever seen. Solo in the corner. Oh, come on again. Fatu up at ringside. Fatu back in position, and once again taking Kevin Owens' eye off the ball. The veteran needs to find a way to not pay attention to this outside interference, but it's easier said than done. Now Solo from behind. Kevin Owens able to kick out. Solo Sikoa nearly capitalizing, nearly caught Kevin Owens off the distraction. Might not have gotten the 3 count he so desired, but what he has done is take the momentum back emphatically. There's Owens. Big boot to Solo. Solo Sikoa knocked to the outside. Wait a minute, what's Kevin Owens doing? He's turned his attention to Jacob Fatu. Owens is going after Fatu at ringside. Well, Jacob Fatu not legally involved in this matchup, but Owens has had enough of the outside interference. Package pile driver to the Samoan werewolf. Playing a game of cat and mouse with Solo Sikoa. Now he's got Solo back inside the ring. Oh, but Owens focusing on Fatu for that moment might have cost him. You can't fight a handicap match as much as he already has. There's a Samoan drop by Solo. Owens may have focused too much on Jacob Fatu, and it may come back to haunt him. The Samoan drop. The kick. The splash by Solo for a second time. That's gonna do it. Solo to retain. Not just yet. Kevin Owens still alive. Kevin Owens still in this matchup. Oh, but maybe not for long. Maybe not for long. Samoan spike. He was fighting a damn handicap match since the opening bell. Solo gonna retain the title.
Here is your winner, the WWE Intercontinental Champion,
Well, you know, maybe the result would have been very different if Jacob Fatu didn't assert himself in this matchup, but I guess that's exactly why Solo has recruited that man. Well, whether we like it or not, Kevin Owens falls short, and we're leaving Backlash as the Street Champ still holds on to the Intercontinental Championship here tonight. After the dust has settled at Backlash, the road only gets rougher. The journey takes us across the sea to a land of warriors, a country of legends. This is Scotland, the heart of the Highlands, and live from the OVO Hydro Arena in Glasgow, WWE brings the fight to the proud and passionate fans of the North. In a place where every echo feels like thunder, and every battle feels like war. Titles will be defended, scores will be settled, and history will be written in stone. The stars are coming, the stakes are rising, and when the clash begins, only the strong will survive. Live from the pride of Scotland, this is Clash at the Castle. What is coming up live from the OVO Hydro in Glasgow, Scotland, Sunday night, May 25th, Clash at the Castle. Clash at the Castle going to be an extraordinary event, just like tonight here in Lyon, France for Backlash. And before our next contest, we want to take you back to this past Thursday night on SmackDown. Carmelo Hayes in one-on-one action against Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio. Trick Williams sticking it to Carmelo Hayes, doing what Melo has done to him, taking the eye off the ball, and inevitably costing Carmelo Hayes this matchup against Rey Mysterio. The issues between Melo and Trick, former best friends, have only continued to develop. It's time to settle them in no holds barred. Trick Williams thought he put this issue to bed back at WrestleMania, but Carmelo Hayes will not be satisfied until he ends this rivalry on his own accord. Tonight, no countouts, no disqualifications, anything goes.
The following contest is a no-holds-barred match. Making his way to the ring from Columbia, South Carolina, weighing in at 205 pounds, Trick Williams.
Unless your name is Carmelo Hayes, the rise of Trick Williams has been fun to watch. There was a couple of occasions where this man nearly became the United States champion. Most recently, you go back to the first SmackDown of the season, Trick Williams one-on-one with LA Knight for the United States Championship, and maybe Trick would have walked away with the red, white, blue, and gold had it not been for his former best friend, Carmelo Hayes. Melo certainly wasn't going to sit idly by and watch Trick Williams take home a championship that Melo once held. Melo hell-bent on putting Trick Williams behind him tonight and moving one step closer to the promised land on SmackDown.
And his opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, Carmelo Hayes.
It was back in January that Trick Williams was mysteriously attacked backstage. About a month later, Trick Williams falling short to Jey Uso at the Elimination Chamber in an attempt to win the United States Championship. For moments after that matchup, all was revealed as Carmelo Hayes hit the ring. Not only laid out Jay, but of course put the beating on his former best friend Trick Williams. Days later, Melo revealed all, stabbing Trick Williams in the back. Melo was oh so satisfied about it. It sounded like a load of crap, a load of jealousy to me, but Carmelo Hayes made his choice. Melo wants nothing to do with Trick, and I think at this point Trick would say the same. But unfortunately, the rivalry is still unsettled. The hatred has only developed. These two men want to tear each other apart. And now tonight at Backlash, there is absolutely nothing stopping one another from doing so. Trick Williams defeated Carmelo Hayes at WrestleMania, but Melo has continued to provoke Trick Williams week in and week out. Trick getting a measure of revenge this past Thursday night on SmackDown, as you saw, but tonight's where it matters most. The bell has sounded. Trick Williams hot out of the gate, targeting Carmelo Hayes. Remember a couple of weeks ago at Spring Stampede, Carmelo Hayes costing Trick Williams that matchup against Joe Coffey. And then later that night, the brawl would ensue in the backstage area, spill out to the arena. Carmelo Hayes putting Trick Williams through a table that night in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. One of the biggest reasons why this matchup was deemed no holds barred here tonight at Backlash. Go back to the first SmackDown of the season. As we mentioned, Melo ambushing Trick with a steel chair inside of the ring. It's absolutely insane that 1 year ago at this time, these two men were just drafted over to SmackDown, were starting to make some waves, seemed to be the best of friends, the highest of honor. Nothing could get between the Trick Melo gang. 12 months later, it's a completely different story. Both these men want to take big leaps, take the next opportunities in their careers, but I don't think they're going to be able to do so as long as one and another stand in each other's way. Talked about the United States Championship and how Melo wasn't going to sit idly by and allow Trick Williams to win that championship. I'm sure Melo would love to not only put Trick behind him tonight, but to stick it to Trick and eventually challenge for the red, white, blue, and gold again and become a two-time champion. That's all hypothetical, that's all hearsay, that's all what Melo and Trick would like to do, but at the end of the day, they gotta get through this matchup. Trick Williams proved that he can beat Carmelo Hayes. He did it at WrestleMania in front of a sold-out Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Tonight, the battle goes all the way here to Lyon, France, in front of 11,000 plus in Lyon, France. Trick Williams now reversing the pressure of Carmelo Hayes off that full mount. You see these two men, no feeling out process since the opening bell. Really no need for it. They know each other extremely well. Up and down the roads they traveled for several years, from NXT to Raw to SmackDown. Trick Williams looking under the apron, looking to institute some hardware and take advantage of the rules here at Backlash. Chucking that stop sign at Melo. This little play that Trick Melo gang is full and stopped. There's Carmelo Hayes. Some people might have been knocked out with a collision off the stop sign. It might have just woke Melo up. Now he's got the sign and he's smashing it over Trick's dome. This is what this rivalry has developed to. Best friends to pure hatred. Trick Williams now on skates on the outside. Melo, like him or not, an incredible athlete. Springboard, crossbody to the floor of the LDLC arena. Now Carmelo Hayes going underneath the ring, looking to find himself some toys to play with. He's got that traffic cone. Oh, knock the wind out of Trick Williams. Might knock a couple of screws loose as well. The LDLC arena, hell, all of Lyon, France is these two gentlemen's playground tonight. Nothing, not even the official of this matchup, can stop these two men from beating each other from pillar to post. I think that's exactly what is needed to finally put to bed this rivalry between Trick and Melo as Trick smashes that stop sign right off the crown of the man they call him. Now Trick's got that traffic cone. Oh my goodness. Ain't nothing fancy about it. We knew this wasn't going to be a wrestling match. When this matchup was signed on for Backlash tonight, it was going to be a fight. I don't think these two men would have it any other way after what has transpired over the last few months. Carmelo Hayes In full transparency, in my personal opinion, jealous of the rise of Trick Williams, all the while he was struggling, having a string of bad luck on SmackDown. It has developed to this. Trick Williams got that Prime bottle, one of our sponsorships here for Backlash. Hell of a sponsorship getting involved in the matchup. Full bottle of Prime off the nose. Hell, it might be small, but it's effective. Oh, breaking nose. Oh no, now he's got the massive bottle. Leon France, and all of excitement is Trick Williams right to the abdominal. Oh no! Oh, Melo's gonna need some ice when he gets back to the hotel. Trick Williams sticking it to Carmelo Hayes. All right, into the barricade. These two men have been at ringside for the majority of this matchup. And nothing referee Chad Patton can do about it. He is there to count the pinfall or call for a submission. Trick's got that trash can lid now. Anything to rip each other to shreds. Oof. Melo off the reversal. Steel coming in contact with Trick Williams' flesh. There's Trick set to the barricade. Oh no, Uranagi off the top. That has got to hurt like hell. Now, putting the personal rivalry aside for a moment, we saw a hell of a competition, a hell of a wrestling match between these two young men last month at WrestleMania. Tonight, the polar opposite. A violent fight in the midst of this no-holds-barred match here at Backlash. Trick back inside the ring. Melo perched on top. Crossbody, nobody home. Trick knows Melo maybe better than he knows himself. All the experience, all the knowledge that these two men have about one another. Comes back to bite Melo that time as Trick Williams is able to sidestep the crossbody. Now he's got the trash can lid again. These two men taking a hell of a lot of shots to the crowns tonight. Carmelo Hayes looking worse for wear. Certainly may have his bell rung as he needs the ropes to get to his feet, and back to the outside we go. Trick Williams can go 2 for 2 and once again defeat Carmelo Hayes. You gotta believe that Carmelo Hayes is at an end of a line. Time to move on. Carmelo Hayes might just have to live with the fact that the rise of Trick Williams has surpassed the rise of Carmelo Hayes, if indeed Trick is able to get the job done here at Backlash. And this Lyon, France audience on their feet as Trick Williams is instituting some more hardware. The table set inside the ring. That slight hesitation giving Carmelo Hayes a chance to catch his breath. Right to the barricade again. There's no soft landing, folks. Now, another Uranagi. Melo certainly, win, lose, or draw, has never lacked confidence. His own biggest supporter. Enjoying the fruits of his labor as he stares down as his ex-best friend Trick Williams. A man he is looking to bury 6 feet under here at Backlash. Melo just ragdolling Trick. Oh, and it sends him right to the post. No LED screen surrounding those posts tonight. That's pure steel, ladies and gentlemen. And now Melo's got a table of his own, and he just cracks Trick Williams with it. And this matchup is getting more vicious and violent as the minutes progress. We spent a lot of this matchup at ringside on the outskirts. Guess it should have been expected. Trick Williams now sent back inside the ring. Carmelo Hayes enjoying, as we mentioned, the fruits of his labor. Down goes Trick, and Melo, slingshot, elbow drop. This may be a no-holds-barred match, but Melo with an incredibly athletic maneuver that time. And again using that table as a weapon. Oh no, Melo gonna perch that table into the corner. I am sure with disaster in mind for old Trick Willie. Trick sent to the table that time. Whatever is going on in the mind of Carmelo Hayes, it is certainly going to be of detriment to Trick. Oh, wait a minute. Melo might have hesitated a bit too long. Trick with a kick to the abdominal, a little scoop and a slam. Melo nearly came in contact with that trash can lid. Melo might rue the day. His confidence got the best of him here as Trick Williams now sending the man they call him right into the table. Trick Williams. Lawn darts Carmelo Hayes right into the table. Trick Williams is hyped as Carmelo Hayes sent through the wood. And the discus big boot. That's gotta do it. Trick Williams, combination of offense. Oh, but Carmelo Hayes still alive. That might have been one of the first, if not the only, pinfall of this matchup thus far. Trick sending Melo face first. Like a lawn dart right through that table, then follows it up with that discus big boot, a signature maneuver out of Trick's arsenal. Unfortunately, Melo's still alive in this matchup. Oh! I don't care who comes out the winner, who comes out the loser. Both of these individuals are not going to come out unscathed after this performance tonight. Trick setting up that table. Melo's already met the wood. I'm sure Trick Williams would like to avoid it. Melo, first 48. Oh, Trick Williams through the table. Trick showed momentum, sends him flying through the table. Trick Williams able to kick out. Melo with the first 48. Trick Williams through the table. Trick survives. Melo takes him off his feet. Just like that, the game has changed. And what a matchup this has been here at Backlash. It is no holds barred between Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams tonight. From best friends to bitter enemies. Melo now off the top and he gets all that crossbody he wanted earlier on. Trick Williams going back underneath the ring as if we need any more plunder. Some weapons of mass destruction have been brought here to Lyon, France. Melo missing wildly with that chair. Trick's felt the cold, hard steel before. Not looking to do so again tonight. Melo has instituted that chair one too many times on Trick Williams. Trick knows it well. He knows it brings disaster. Able to avoid it. Off the collision of the first 48. Going through the table. Trick's got something left here. Carmelo Hayes on wobbly footing and Trick Williams knocking him down to size. Off the drop kick. Melo into the ropes. Trick shot! Trick shot! Trick shot by Williams! And how is this matchup not over? Trick with the trick shot. That maneuver has put away so many superstars in recent months. Unfortunately, Carmelo Hayes is still in this contest. Look at the ring. Look at ringside. Looks like a car wreck has taken place here in the LDLC arena. Trick Williams now back to the outside as if we need it. Trick has got another table. And this has been a fight we are going to remember for years and years, ladies and gentlemen. Another table has been set inside the ring. Trick Williams with his eyes once again on the traffic cone and just goes swinging for the fences. I don't know how Carmelo Hayes, you remember going through the table earlier on, then the discus big boot, the trick shot. I don't know how he's still in this matchup. Trick Williams wants nothing more than to finally put Melo behind him tonight, and I think the same can be said for the one-of-one former United States champion. Off the reversal, Melo able to collapse Trick out of the corner. Oh no, I think Melo's got his eyes on that steel chair he wanted earlier, right to the ribcage of Trick. This is a familiar sight. Carmelo Hayes beating down Trick Williams with the cold, hard steel chair. Oof. That chair ain't got no feelings. It's only got pain and punishment, and Trick Williams is down, and he may be out for good. Referee Chad Patton, I know he's helpless to put a stop to this fight, but at some point, you gotta think he's gotta step in. Trick Williams now set to the corner. Melo trying to figure out what he wants to do at that table. He perches it, and now he's got Trick Williams on the top rope. I do not like this for old Trick Willie. Oh no, Melo with a superplex to Trick Williams right through the table. Trick Williams lying in the plunder. Melo looking for an exclamation point, and he hits it. Into the cover goes Melo. This one's over. Wow.
Here's your winner, Carmelo. Hey!
The destruction that surrounds the ring and inside of it is all you need to know. These two men with pure hatred for one another, from best friends to bitter enemies, and it has led to this. A brutal, no-holds-barred match on both sides of the field. But Carmelo Hayes gets what he wanted, a victory over Trick Williams. And if Melo has his way, he'll never see the light of day of Trick Williams again. Melo gets back the victory that Trick Williams took away at WrestleMania. Well, what a night it has been here in France's third city of Lyon. An incredible audience inside the LDLC Arena. This is Backlash, live from Lyon, France. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to remind you, an extra way to support No Nation Gaming is hitting the merch store down below. Some brand new t-shirts available now. You can scan the QR code on your screen or hit the link down below. Show your support. Also, the No Nation Gaming channel memberships available now. Punch your ticket to Beach Blast and upcoming events. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Backlash, so much more action on hand. And coming up next, inside the LDLC Arena, the WWE Women's Championship is on the line in a WrestleMania rematch. Tiffany Stratton, the former champion, challenges the current reigning holder of the gold, the Nightmare, Rhea Ripley. And the last time we saw these two women inside the same ring was 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. Rhea Ripley defeating Nia Jax, which was a chosen opponent by Tiffany Stratton in the midst of the Pick Your Poison. Stratton not satisfied in that result. Wanted to chop Rhea Ripley's legs out from underneath her. The ambush from behind, and then rubbing some salt on the wounds, adding some insult to injury. Tiffany Stratton clocking Rhea over the dome with her very own Women's Championship. Stratton's played games with Rhea Ripley before. She's played with fire and she's got burned. Stratton may be in for trouble.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's Championship.
Well, on the road to WrestleMania, we weren't sure what angle Tiffany Stratton was playing. Was she trying to be friends with Rhea Ripley? Was she trying to be enemies? Ultimately, she was just playing mind games with the Nightmare. And as we mentioned moments ago, she played with fire and she got burned. Because at Philadelphia, at WrestleMania, and one of the best matches of 2025 already, Tiffany Stratton was defeated, knocked off her pedestal by the Nightmare Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley leaving the grandest stage of them all as the WWE Women's Champion. Certainly in a blaze of glory, but ever since that night, Tiffany Stratton has been hot on her tail, hell-bent on getting back the championship that she won for the very first time last November at Survivor Series. Stratton had a breakout year in 2024, competing in the Money in the Bank ladder match, winning the inaugural Queen of the Ring tournament, and as we just previously mentioned, winning the Women's Championship last November. Will she become a two-time champion here at Backlash? If she is going to accomplish that feat, she's going to have to go through the war, go through the trenches, and find a way to keep down the Nightmare, Rhea Bloody Ripley. As the years go on, as the months go on, as the weeks go on, it seems as if Rhea Ripley is only getting better inside of that ring. Multiple times over, she has been the women's champion at this point in her career. And it seemed last year, 2024, that Rhea Ripley had fell all the way to rock bottom. But in true nightmare fashion, she climbed her way back to the top, winning the Royal Rumble matchup this past January, setting her sights on Tiffany Stratton. And although Stratton put her through the ringer week in and week out on Monday Night Raw on the road to WrestleMania, Rhea Ripley was able to stand tall last month in Lincoln Financial Field. And once again, the road to Backlash has not been easy, but Rhea Ripley is here and she's ready to fight. The only difference this time, she ain't challenging for the gold. She owns the gold. On top of the world as the WWE Women's Champion, the Eradicator herself. Many are already calling what these two women produced at WrestleMania one of the best matches of 2025, a match that stole the weekend in Philadelphia. And although that is a body of work to be proud of, what these two women so desire the most is the championship that Rhea Ripley currently holds over her shoulder. That's what it's all about. The WWE Women's title. It is on the line right here, right now at Backlash.
Introducing the challenger from Prior Lake, Minnesota, Tiffany Stratton. And her opponent from Adelaide, South Australia, the WWE Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley.
Certainly one of the most anticipated matches upon our trip to Lyon, France this weekend for Backlash. Rhea Ripley handing over the championship. Her first defense since winning the gold against Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. An incredible fight at the show of shows. But the bad blood spoils in to Backlash here tonight. The bell has sounded. We are underway with our Women's Championship WrestleMania rematch. Got to see if Rhea Ripley's going to be extra aggressive out of the gate after Tiffany Stratton left her laying with her own Women's Championship just 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. Stratton has picked up some big-time victories since losing to Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, defeating both of the Women's Tag Team Champions Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill in individual singles actions on Monday Night Raw in recent weeks. Rhea Ripley keeping down Nia Jax a couple of weeks ago, but again, as you saw, short-lived celebration thanks to the center of the universe, Tiffany Stratton. Rhea Ripley asserting her dominance in the opening moments of this matchup, reminding Tiffany that no matter what mind games you try to play, no matter if you get the best of me here and there on the road too, when that bell sounds, nobody can touch me in this women's division. Tiffany Stratton pushed Rhea Ripley to her limit and vice versa at WrestleMania. Rhea was the better woman on that night. Will the story be any different here in front of 11,000 plus in Lyon? Tiffany Stratton, all the tools to be a success, and has all the tools to defeat Rhea Ripley. The question is, can she do it? Moonsault by Stratton. Stratton go for a cover early over Rhea Ripley, and I think Stratton knew she wasn't going to get the victory that time, but two things she's trying to do there. Force Rhea Ripley to extend some energy upon kicking out, and also get into the psyche of Rhea Ripley, trying to tell Rhea that at any given second that title can change hands. Once again, going for a cover, obviously an early kick out by Rhea, but Tiffany Stratton has become a master of playing the mind games. The only question is, will those mind games finally benefit her here tonight? Put Rhea Ripley through the ringer, through the gauntlet on the road to WrestleMania, and the road to Backlash hasn't been any easier. And tonight's outing for the Women's Championship may not be an easy road for Rhea as well, as Tiffany Stratton is reminding her just what the Queen of the Ring is capable of. Tiffany Stratton, as we mentioned, becoming the inaugural winner of the Queen of the Ring tournament last September. Go through 4 rounds of the tournament, defeating SmackDown's Raquel Rodriguez in the finals. Stratton has proved her worth on Monday Night Raw, part of the women's division. She has earned her stay in main event matches like this. And we talked about it earlier tonight. It was last year at this very event that Tiffany Stratton had gone one-on-one with Liv Morgan for the WWE Women's Championship. And Stratton unsuccessful on that night, but you look at the last 12 months, Tiffany Stratton has grown leaps and bounds since last April in San Juan, Puerto Rico. 1 year later, Tiffany Stratton finds herself once again in the challenger position here in Lyon. Rhea Ripley, the defending champion. Stratton is emptying the arsenal early on in this matchup, trying to keep down the Nightmare. Pair of boots again. You saw Rhea was pretty aggressive when the bell sounded all over Tiffany Stratton, but Stratton has flipped the script and Rhea hasn't had an answer the last few moments. These two women starting to know each other well. They've been intertwined over the last few months on Monday Night Raw. It all led to WrestleMania where they had that incredible matchup. Question is, are there any new tricks in their arsenal to throw the other off their game? Here tonight at Backlash as Rhea Ripley able to get out of the corner, avoid disaster. Stratton could have been looking for another delivery of the boots, but Rhea able to avoid, scooping a slam, little tilt-a-whirl on it as well. Oh, now Rhea planting the boots on the center of the universe, trying to take the wind out of her sails, both figuratively and literally. Rhea now, middle rope, axe hammer, powerful as all hell by Rhea Bloody Ripley. Rhea's certainly one of the strongest physically in that division today, but Stratton up there as well. Anybody who's been online has seen Rhea Ripley training in the gym, not just for this matchup, but in general. She is a woman that stays ready. But again, I think the same can be said of the former Olympic-level gymnast and Tiffany Stratton, who stops Rhea Ripley's momentum dead in his tracks before it can really get going. Tiffany Stratton, I'm sure, has watched back the matchup from WrestleMania, trying to figure out where she went wrong, and Stratton just trying to do all she can to become a two-time women's champion here in Lyon, France. Rhea down, Stratton heading up, Tiffany, swanton bomb by the center of the universe. Rhea Ripley able to kick out, and I think for the first time in the matchup, Stratton truly thought she had Rhea put away, but unfortunately for her, Rhea Ripley built absolutely differently. Tiffany Stratton cannot become frustrated. She's got to keep her foot on the gas here. She's got Rhea Ripley wounded, no doubt about it. Tiffany Stratton, what's she got in mind here? Takes Rhea Ripley off her feet. Oh man, look at this. Slingshot and Rhea right into the ropes. You know, if Rhea didn't have the wind taken out of her lungs off that swanton bomb, that collision with the ropes would have done it. And Stratton just getting physical now. Slamming Rhea's head off the canvas. Nothing pretty about it. Oof. You might not want to do that against Rhea Ripley. You might just be pissing off the Eradicator, and there's a big boot. Right to the jawline, Rhea Ripley delivering that boot to the pretty looks of the Buff Barbie herself. Here's the power on full display. Powerbomb by Rhea Ripley, something that she utilized to great effect back at WrestleMania. Stratton able to kick out. I believe that was Rhea's first pinfall attempt in this matchup. I think Rhea knows that she wasn't going to get the victory that time, but again, same sentiments as we talked about with Tiffany Stratton earlier, trying to mess with the psyche and force Stratton to extend some energy. Especially after that powerbomb, Stratton's got to be hurt. Now Tiffany perched on top. Rhea Ripley's wheels are a-spinning. The champion is in hot pursuit of the challenger. Going for a superplex, and it lands dead center of the canvas. Lyon, France, on their feet. Rhea, electric chair position. Rearranging the pretty looks of Stratton. Here we go to retain the title. The Nightmare into the cover. Not just yet, Stratton still alive. Tiffany Stratton hanging in there as the Women's Championship matchup progresses at Backlash. Tiffany Stratton's got to find a way to shake off the cobwebs. Those were two big-time collisions with the floor, and now a third coming up with the reverse Alabama. The power of Rhea Ripley may be unmatched. Now Rhea just trying to knock out the center of the universe with those boots. Rhea out for a little bit of revenge tonight after Tiffany Stratton has left her laying in recent weeks on Monday Night Raw. All in hopes of trying to get back the Women's Championship. But Rhea Ripley, who's got a stranglehold in the gold, is not looking to allow it. Stratton reversed out of the corner and a powerful clothesline. So Stratton had to put all her weight behind it. Go down to the canvas with Rhea. Rhea Ripley now all of a sudden on a wobbly foundation and a power bomb by Stratton. Anything you can do, I can do better, says the inaugural queen of the ring. All of a sudden now Rhea Ripley is once again finding herself playing catch up, and fatigue starting to play a factor. Collides with the buckles, collapses to the floor. Stratton may be nearing a second reign as women's champion. This has been a great matchup here at Backlash for the WWE Women's title. Tiffany Stratton now off the hip toss. Down goes Rhea. See, Stratton's not pushing the pace too much. If anything, she's slowing it down. She's picking her spots, trying to ensure the result of Backlash is going to be different than the result of WrestleMania. She does not want to make any mistakes. Championship opportunities don't come around every day, and if Stratton is unsuccessful in this rematch tonight, you got to assume she's going to be starting from the back of the line. Collision with the boots again. Rhea Ripley looking up at the lights of the LDLC. Tiffany Stratton now again picking her spots, but she might have took too long. Went for the standing moonsault. Hit it earlier on. Rhea read the playbook that time. Float over, bridge. Down goes Stratton. And there's nothing you can do. When Rhea gets her hands on her, you are stuck and you're going down with her. Oh man, Tiffany Stratton sent over the top rope. I don't even know if Rhea meant to send Stratton out of the ring that time, but the power, the momentum equals a flying Tiffany. Rhea Ripley in hot pursuit of the challenger on the outside. Tiffany Stratton just trying to get her bearings back. Rhea Ripley, what a kick! You might be able to count to 20 off of that collision. Send Stratton back into the ring. This one could be over. And there she goes, the challenger ragdoll back inside the ring. Rhea Ripley now, the one picking her spots. Oof. A little payback. Rhea met the ropes earlier by hands of Stratton. Now the roles have been reversed. Tiffany Stratton down and out and just getting ragdolled by the nightmare Rhea Ripley. What has Rhea got going on? Inside of the mind, went for the headbutt. Stratton had it scouted. Elbow ragdolls her to the canvas. Drop kick. What a reversal by Stratton, and stacks the offense with it. Tiffany Stratton has seen that headbutt coming before. She has felt it before. Now on the middle rope. Crossbody takes Rhea down. Tiffany Stratton may have Rhea's number tonight. Just when you think Rhea's about to turn this matchup over, Stratton may have her here. Alabama slam. New champion on the horizon. Again, Rhea Ripley survives. Frustration boiling over for the challenger. Just when you think Rhea's gonna turn the tables, Tiffany Stratton beats her, cuts the momentum off. But unfortunately for Tiffany, she's been unable to capitalize as Rhea Ripley continues to survive. Rhea crawling to the corner, now on top. The hell does Stratton got in mind here? Oh man, just an arm drag off the top. Nothing pretty about it. Stratton, oof, nobody home that time. Lyon, France, 11,000 plus here inside the LDLC arena, enjoying what has been a physical Women's Championship WrestleMania rematch, as Tiffany Stratton looks to get back the gold from Rhea Ripley. Tiffany on top, Rhea off the counter, Stratton again! I don't know, man, it might be inevitable. This might just be a matchup of Tiffany Stratton just waiting to put that exclamation point, because it seems as if Rhea Ripley is just unable to get going here. She might be surviving, but thriving is not to be. Can Tiffany Stratton find that answer? Deliver the prettiest moonsault ever. Find something. Or maybe it's going to be this. The corkscrew out of the corner. Digging deep down in the playbook is Stratton. That's got to do it. Again, Rhea Ripley kicks. And this matchup is still on. The chance of women's wrestling here at Backlash as the WrestleMania sequel is damn near as good as the original. But it's certainly painting a different story. Tiffany Stratton, the aggressor for a lot of this matchup. Rhea Ripley just trying to be like a cockroach that can survive the apocalypse. Stratton's heading up top. Going for a splash, nobody home! Nobody home again! Tiffany Stratton threw caution in the wind, and she's gonna pay for it. Rhea tackles her down. Now it's Rhea, uncharacteristically, headed up top, and she's the one who delivers the splash. Tiffany missed wildly. Rhea connected, and now Ripley, eyes locked on the challenger. Riptide by the Nightmare. Ripley retains the Women's Championship!
Here is your winner, the WWE Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley!
Dare I say this was a gut-wrenching, resilient, dig down deep and fight effort by Rhea Ripley. Several times it looked as if we were going to have a new champion, but Rhea holds on to the gold. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next here in Lyon, France, will a championship be changing hands? Ilja Dragunov has never defeated Cody Rhodes in one-on-one action. Tonight they clash again, this time for the World Heavyweight Championship. The story of Rhodes versus Dragunov is one carved in combat, fueled by respect, and driven by an unrelenting hunger for gold. They fought side by side, shoulder to shoulder. They've bled in the same trenches. But now, it's time to go face to face for the richest prize on SmackDown. Two warriors, no strangers to one another. They've stood across the ring twice before, and both times it was Cody Rhodes who had his hand raised. But if history tells us anything, keeping down Ilja Dragunov is easier said than done. At WrestleMania, Dragunov did the unthinkable. He overcame a friendly rival in Cody, then conquered his greatest enemy in Drew McIntyre. A long, violent, and emotional journey from the bottom of the mountain to the top of the world. Ilja Dragunov, the personification of never say die. And now, he faces one of the most difficult challenges to date. Can Ilja finally do what he's never done? And that's defeat Cody Rhodes one-on-one. Is Dragunov truly worthy of standing at the top? Or is the World Heavyweight Championship about to return to a man who knows it oh so well? The respect is undeniable, but when the bell rings at Backlash, that respect goes out the window. Two warriors, one legacy, one true World Heavyweight Champion!
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Wrestling is royal fun.
The SmackDown main event is live and in living color here in Lyon. The stakes could not be any higher. The World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Last year was the year of this man. As voted by you, the fans, the men's superstar of 2024. King of the Ring winner. And we'll continue to read those accolades in just a moment. Because you gotta soak in the pageantry when those fireworks are allowed and there's crowds on fire. The man who defeated Gunther last year at SummerSlam to win the World Heavyweight Championship. This crowd is electric. Man, what a night this has been. What a crowd here in Lyon, France. This is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. From undesirable to undeniable, Cody Rhodes once again finds himself on the cusp of glory. Can he, for a third straight time, keep down the Czar? It'll not be an easy task, as this man knows never say die better than anybody. Forget what happened yesterday. Forget what happened in the past. Get yourself up, dust yourself off, push forward with resilience and hard work, with grit and glory. That is what Ilja Dragunov is all about. Unbesiegbar, always written across the tights of Ilja Dragunov. It means invincible. It means no matter what you throw at this man, he's just gonna keep coming. There's a reason that the Man Dragon walks down the aisle today with the World Heavyweight Championship. And it's because of those three words that we said moments ago: never say die. What an incredible sight inside a sold-out LDLC arena as the World Heavyweight Champion, Ilja Dragunov, looks to play his greatest symphony yet. Even as a champion, he finds himself the underdog. Cody Rhodes has defeated this man twice before in singles action. Dragunov may have won the world title at WrestleMania, but he pinned Drew McIntyre. Can Ilja pin Cody Rhodes tonight, or will we be leaving Lyon, France with a new World Heavyweight Champion? It is a big fight feel in the SmackDown main event here at Backlash. Let's send things down to the ring for your official introductions. Take it away, Mike Rome.
Introducing the challenger. From Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And his opponent, from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 187 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, Ilja Dragunov.
The respect between these two men, absolutely there. You saw in the video package, they have fought side by side, shoulder to shoulder against common enemies. But when that bell sounds, we have seen it before, we're going to see it again. These two men will hold nothing back. They will throw their strongest punches, do anything they got to do to leave tonight as the World Heavyweight Champion. Cody Rhodes has held that championship before, but ever since losing it in January, he's been on the road to try to get it back. Here we go. Dragunov, Cody, world titles on the line. Cody Rhodes looking to set the precedent in the opening bell. Little classic maneuver out of the Rhodes arsenal. Should be very interesting to see who is going to get the momentum in the early going, or if this matchup is truly going to be tit for tat. Anything you can do, I can do better. Who wants it more here at Backlash? It was last June in the semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament where Cody Rhodes and Ilja Dragunov met for the very first time. Cody was the victor on that night. And back in February, in the lead up to WrestleMania, these two men met once more at Saturday night's main event in Chicago. Another incredible bout, but Cody Rhodes was the victor. Look back at both of those matches. Cody Rhodes nearly just surviving Ilja Dragunov. Won both of them with some sort of schoolboy inside cradle pinfall scenario, but got the 3 count nonetheless. And if that happens again tonight, Cody Rhodes is going to be leaving with the big gold belt. I don't wonder if what has happened in the last 2 encounters between these two men one-on-one has messed with the psyche of Ilja in the lead up to this matchup. All remains to be seen. There's no time to be inside of your head. It's only go as the bell has sounded and Cody Rhodes taking the fight to the skies early. Wiping out the Czar at ringside. Ilja sent back inside the ring. Cody Rhodes knows he can only win the World Heavyweight Championship between the ropes tonight. And although he committed to that high-risk maneuver that time, I don't expect, Cody Rhodes to take that many risks tonight. He knows that World Championship opportunities aren't going to keep coming around. He got back in the fight and was able to enter the World Championship match at WrestleMania due to his history with Drew McIntyre, really being screwed out of his rematch with that man back in February. Cody earned his right to be here at Backlash, but if he falls short to Ilja Dragunov, will Cody Rhodes find himself in this scenario again? Ilja Dragunov stacking the shots, German suplex into the bridge. Only a 1 count that time, but impressive as all hell by Ilja Dragunov. But Dragunov may lack in height, he certainly makes up for in power. Anybody who's seen this man train online knows he trains not just for a wrestling match, he trains for absolute war inside of that ring. Combat is always on the mind of Ilja. A lot of power in that frame of the Mad Dragon. We've seen it benefit him before. Off the middle rope, exposed knee. No knee pads. Certainly be a risk for Ilja Dragunov, but it could also benefit him at times, and we see that time. It is not that Ilja Dragunov has not given Cody Rhodes fights. It's not that it's been an easy task for Cody, but Cody has been the victor twice before. Ilja Dragunov's looking to do all he can to ensure it won't be a three-peat, won't be a hat trick. Here comes Ilja with a suicide dive. It was Cody Rhodes who took things to the sky first, but Ilja Dragunov now showing Cody that he's willing to go to the same lengths to leave tonight with the championship. Off the suicide dive, Cody Rhodes hit like a bullet and then sent right into the barricade. Ilja Dragunov now back inside of the ring and is in control of this heavyweight championship defense. Ilja Dragunov has had great success throughout his main roster career, hell, throughout his entire WWE career. Former NXT United Kingdom champion, former Cruiserweight Classic winner and Cruiserweight champion, former Intercontinental champion, Royal Rumble match winner earlier this year, and of course, your current World Heavyweight champion. The list of accolades may read success, but one thing he has never done is defeat Cody Rhodes one-on-one. And he's not going to do so if he makes mistakes like that. Cody nowhere to be found. Off the leaping lariat by Ilja. The rushing leg sweep gets Cody in control. Follows it up with a knee. American Nightmare has been on the road to try to get back that big gold belt since losing it to Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble earlier this year. Will tonight be the night he capitalizes? Cody Rhodes has been to rock bottom and has had to scratch and claw his way back to the top. Who's to say he can't do it again? There's Ilja creating some distance that time. Oh! And Ilja Dragunov, one of the hardest hitters this entire industry has to offer. Goes for the senton. Committed one too many times. Cody Rhodes, wait a minute here, inside cradle. It's pinfalls like this that have kept down Dragunov twice before. Cody realizing that, and even though he didn't get the 3 count, he may have just shaken the confidence of Ilja Dragunov. That was smart by Cody Rhodes. Momentum in the corner of the challenger, and now Cody's looking to capitalize. Like we said, might not have gotten the 3 count off that small package, but what he did do is rock Dragunov. Disaster kick! And now goes for another cover. Lateral press by the American Nightmare, nearly getting this matchup done, but Ilja Dragunov still in the fight. Ilja has been pushed beyond his limits and still found a way to survive. In deep waters, who's going to be able to sink or swim? Bionic elbow! And this crowd on their feet for the American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes, all kinds of fired up. Cody, kick to the gut. Pedigree to the world champion. Ilja Dragunov able to survive. Ilja still in this matchup. Cody Rhodes thought he had it. The pedigree does not put Ilja away. The Mad Dragon gonna continue to soar. We're gonna spew his fire, looking to burn down the kingdom of the American Nightmare here tonight, but Cody may be coming in swinging a sword, ready to slay that dragon. Bulldog out of the corner. Cody Rhodes now perched on the middle rope. Wheels are a-spinning. Whoa, look at that crossbody. Incredible agility by the challenger. Cody Rhodes, the man who ended the 275-day World Heavyweight Championship reign of Gunther last August at SummerSlam, was on top of the world, on top of this entire industry. Who's to say he can't do it again? Who's to say he can't defeat Ilja Dragunov for a 3rd time and win the World Championship? Oh, but on the other side of the coin, who's to say Ilja won't just be a detriment of yesteryear? Who's to say he can't defeat Cody Rhodes once and for all? Oh, German suplex, folded Cody up like an accordion. Ilja all kinds of fired up. Now, underhooks one of Cody in another suplex variation. Ilja Dragunov's trying to do all he can to stack the offense here and wear down the challenger. Oh no, Cody Rhodes on top. He was up there a few moments ago. Unfortunately, that time was not by force. Ilja Dragunov now. Nearly a belly-to-belly throw to Cody Rhodes. Ilja not going for the cover. He's going to the opposite corner. What's the Czar got in mind? Massive senton bomb by the champion. Hustles up into the pinfall. Oh, Cody Rhodes ever emphatic, saying, nah, not today. Uranagi by Dragunov. I don't think Cody's going to survive that. Oh, and a 2 count. Cody might have been ever emphatic, ensuring Ilja didn't even get a 1 off the pinfall a few moments ago. Ilja follows it up with a Uranagi that nearly sent Cody through the canvas, and Dragunov nearly put this matchup away. Talked about that power that's deep down within that frame of Ilja Dragunov. You can never doubt the size of Ilja. Oh, so powerful. Big heart, big fight of the Czar. Same can be said about Cody Rhodes. Some have called this man the heart and soul of SmackDown ever since his WWE return 3 years ago. He's been United States champion, he's been the king of the ring, he's been the world heavyweight champion, he's been on top, he's been on the bottom, he's been knocked down, only to force himself to scratch and claw back to the tippy top of this industry. This may be anybody's ball game here tonight in Lyon, France. Oh, wait a minute here. Wait a minute. Oh, my goodness. Ilja suplex from the ring to the floor. Holy hell. My God. Ilja Dragunov. Powerful as all hell. Cody's on skates and Ilja takes him down again with a knee. What a suplex to the outside. That might be a massive difference maker in this matchup. Cody now sent back inside the ring, somehow trying to get to his feet. Ilja, German suplex to the American Nightmare. Dare I say, so far, this may be the best Ilja Dragunov has ever looked against Cody. Another suplex. Did you see the bridge that Ilja did? Goes down with Cody Rhodes, popping those hips, add an insult to injury. Another German, into the bridge, into the pin. This is gonna do it, no! What a match for the World Heavyweight Championship, live from Lyon, France, here at Backlash. The suplex to the outside, the knee, triple German suplexes, but not enough to keep Cody Rhodes down. These two men want nothing more than to leave as the World Heavyweight Champion, and as we said before the bell sounded, although respect is there, when that bell was to sound, nothing was gonna stop these men. No stone was gonna be left unturned. There's Cody Rhodes with his second bionic elbow in the matchup. Cody Rhodes may feel a sense of urgency trying to play catch-up here against the World Heavyweight Champion. Now a second rushing leg sweep. Cody going back to the well with what has worked so far in this matchup. Smart by the challenger. Now's got Ilja, reverse fireman's carry position. Oof! Backbreaker of sorts. Ilja Dragunov nearly snapped in half by the challenger. And Lyon, France has been on their feet since Cody Rhodes started walking down the aisle and Ilja followed. One of the most anticipated matches of this entire weekend, this World Championship clash. Cody Rhodes went to the middle, but then you know what? Screw it, I'm going to the top. Cody going for a moonsault. Nobody home. Nobody home. Torpedo Moscow by the Tsar. But the challenger, Cody Rhodes is still alive. What is it gonna take? Cody crashed and burned off the moonsault, then got hit with the Torpedo Moscow. The contest continues. Cody taking to the outside. Dragunov maybe go to the air again with a second suicide dive in this matchup. Lyon, France on their feet. Ilja breaking the count. Gonna meet Cody Rhodes on the outside. And what a war for the heavyweight championship. Cody with a shot on Ilja. Oh, wait a minute. Crossroads on the floor. Cody saw an opportunity and he took it. Strike while the iron's hot. The reversal, the go behind, the crossroads, and now sending Ilja back inside the ring. Cody as fast as he humanly can, trying to capitalize. But Ilja Dragunov kicks out, and you gotta believe if Cody hit that crossroads in the ring and was immediately able to go for the cover, this one would have been over. But that slight hesitation, Ilja Dragunov kicks out. This matchup turned into a slugfest between the champion and the challenger. Ilja off the senton. Their tank's gotta be running on E. This matchup is so far past deep waters. Uranagi by Dragunov. Another senton. Emptying the tank is an understatement. I don't know how Ilja was able to survive that crossroads at ringside and how this matchup continues to progress, but here we are nonetheless. Cody Rhodes in a weakened state. Ilja Dragunov just trying to measure his man and pick his next move wisely. A costly misstep by either of these men could ruin everything, could make them leave empty-handed. This late in the matchup, you gotta focus, you gotta be determined. Cody on top, Ilja Dragunov, German suplex from the heavens. In the corner, H-bomb by the Czar. Into the cover goes Ilja. He has defeated Cody Rhodes.
Here is your winner, and still the World Heavyweight Champion, Ilja Dragunov.
What an incredible matchup over the richest prize in the SmackDown brand, the world's title. And the third time was the charm. Ilja Dragunov finally proves that he can defeat the American Nightmare, that he could beat Cody Rhodes, that he could hang with the best of them in World Wrestling Entertainment. And just as it was at WrestleMania, the Mad Dragon still soars these skies. Ilja Dragunov is leaving Backlash, still the World Heavyweight Champion! Can't get enough Universe mode? Well, now is your chance to secure a backstage pass to more Universe than ever before. Become a Noah Nation Gaming channel member and gain entry to exclusive kickoff shows before each and every premium live event. Also, witness bi-monthly house shows that directly affect your episodic viewing of Universe Mode. Also, take a peek behind the curtain and see how Universe Mode is brought to life each and every week. Hit the join button down below, become a Backstage Pass Noah Nation Gaming channel member, and get your front row seat to more Universe than ever before. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I remind you that in just a few weeks' time, we're heading to the Phoenix Arena in Phoenix, Arizona, Saturday night, May the 10th, for Saturday night's main event. And that is, of course, on the road to our trip to Glasgow, as we found out earlier tonight, Sunday night, May the 25th. We're headed to the OVO Hydro Arena in Glasgow, Scotland, for the 2025 edition of Clash at the Castle. But what an incredible night it has been here in Lyon, France. And we're not done yet. It is main event time here at Backlash. The undisputed WWE Championship is on the line. Bron Breaker's biggest test to date, Seth freaking Rollins and the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. It's a triple threat matchup. Who's leaving Backlash? The undisputed champion. Ever since December, one man has redefined what it means to be undisputed. A force of nature, unpredictable, unrelenting, unstoppable. Bron Breaker didn't just burst onto the scene, he tore through it. Week after week, opponent after opponent, Breaker has proven why he belongs at the very top. But now, The challenge ahead isn't just another match. It's a collision course for legacy. At Backlash, Bron Breakker stands between two icons of this industry. Two men bound by history. Brothers turned rivals. Realigned under the same banner at WrestleMania, only to be ripped apart by the one thing they both crave: championship gold. The visionary, Seth freaking Rollins. The tribal chief, Roman Reigns. They join the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE champion, Bron Breakker, in a masterful triple threat fight. Reigns says it's time to bring the championship back to his bloodline. Rollins says it's long overdue. He takes his place back on the throne. And Breakker, he's not just here to survive the storm. He is the storm that promises destruction in his path. 3 men, 1 championship, no alliances, no mercy, no tomorrow. This is about legacy. This is about the gold. It's a triple threat match at Backlash.
The following contest is a triple threat match that is for the undisputed WWE Championship.
It is a triple threat matchup for the undisputed title. Only the strongest will survive. The visionary, the revolutionary, and one of 2 challengers here at Backlash. A former champion in his own right, Seth freaking Rollins has arrived in Lyon, France.
Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth Rollins.
It has been just over a year since the last time Seth Rollins held championship gold. The WWE Championship itself, the last time Rollins was a holder of hardware. What an incredible atmosphere here in Lyon, France. But the hits just keep on coming. It's a big fight feel in the main event of Backlash. And nobody screams big fight quite like this man. The tribal chief. The OTC at that, Roman Reigns. Laser focused on finally bringing championship gold back to the Anoa'i family.
And introducing the challenger from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
It was last year at Backlash that Roman Reigns had his return match after being on a several-year hiatus from the WWE. Roman Reigns returned with the intention of winning championship gold. Little did he know he would find himself engulfed in a war for the better part of a year with the Judgment Day, one that concluded at WrestleMania when he put his differences aside with Seth Rollins and those two men took down Damian Priest and Finn Balor inside Hell in a Cell. But now that the Judgment Day is in the past, Roman Reigns and his one sole focus of winning championship gold is back on track. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins stood eye to eye on the first Raw of the season and made it very clear that if they had to go through each other to become WWE champion, then so it must. Little did they know, they'd be crossing paths yet again in a triple threat match here at Backlash. Another incredible scene as Lyon, France acknowledges the OTC. The double count out several weeks ago led to these triple threat affairs. Roman Reigns has gotten the last laugh over the other challenger and the champion himself on numerous occasions, dropping his opponents tonight with spears on Monday Night Raw. Has he lit a fire under his opponents, or has Roman Reigns clearly just asserted his dominance en route to becoming champion? Do we got any dogs in Lyon, France?
And introducing the champion from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, the undisputed WWE champion, Bron Breakker.
This man has been riding a massive wave of momentum since cashing in Money in the Bank on the final Raw of last year. He has defeated Damian Priest, AJ Styles, CM Punk, all in his WWE Championship reign. But no doubt about it, tonight his biggest challenge to date, the biggest challenge of his entire career. He stands between two icons of this industry, two men who know each other extremely well. Bron Breakker stands between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, and he's got a hope and a prayer, and hopefully the destruction that he brings to the table will be enough to keep down these two men and retain the title. It is a big fight feel here at Backlash. The bell has sounded. The triple threat's underway. Bron Breakker mowing down Roman Reigns. To no shock after Roman's left Bron Breakker laying with a spear in recent weeks. Remember 2 weeks ago on Raw as well, Bron Breakker called out Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns approached the ring and really brushed off Bron Breakker, treated him with a little bit of disrespect, dare I say, called him a kid in a man's world. Well, Bron Breakker's still very young in his career, but he's had loads of success. Well, look at this here. Looks like Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, I don't want to say they're going to work together, but they're certainly focused on the champion at the given moment. And, well, at least literally for a moment, there's Roman sending Rollins to the outside. This should be very interesting to see how this triple threat match progresses. Roman Reigns! Well, if there was any question as a Roman, or I should say if Roman and Rollins were going to work together or go through each other, I think that answers it. Roman Reigns doesn't give a damn who you are. He came to Backlash for one thing and one thing only, and that's the Undisputed title. Oh, Roman Reigns. Oh, Roman, you took out the Prime Hydration Station. Triple threat match is so unpredictable. We talk about it every time we see one. Just when you think somebody's got the momentum, then they're getting clocked in the back of the head by the other opponent. So hard to have sustained momentum. Triple threat match is certainly not for the weak in heart as well. These things will go with no countouts, no disqualifications as the rules say, and it will lead to some dangerous situations for these superstars. Triple threat matches, also fatigue sets in a hell of a lot earlier. You're constantly moving. There's a constant fight. There's no room to breathe in this kind of scenario, as Roman Reigns just found out. So unpredictable is this style of matchup, and it's another reason why Bron Breakker is in deep, deep trouble here tonight. Not being able, or I should say not having to be pinned to lose his championship, that is huge. Bron just getting sent right to the announce table. Before we know it, ringside could all over again look like how it did about an hour and change ago in that no-holds-barred match. Prime hydration station's already been taken out. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins made their intentions extremely clear on the Raw after WrestleMania that they wanted the WWE title, and lo and behold, they would both be here tonight in Backlash challenging the champion himself, Bron Breakker, who outlasted CM Punk in the main event of WrestleMania just last month. Back inside the ring we go. Bron Breakker feeling the hands of Roman Reigns in the matchup for the very first time. Outside of that spear 2 weeks ago, I should say 3 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, Roman and Bron have never crossed paths. As for Seth and Bron Breakker, they went one-on-one for the first time ever just 3 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. That matchup going to a no contest thanks to the arrival of the OTC. Roman Reigns' actions over the last few weeks have certainly shown that he does not give a damn who you are. He came to Backlash, as we already mentioned, for one thing, and that's the WWE title. Breakker sending Seth Rollins into the corner. Roman Reigns now, eyes on both men, sacking him up into the corner. And Bron Breakker used as a weapon to collapse Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns happy with his efforts. Oof. Bron Breakker. He has shown really throughout his entire career, but especially over the last few months, that he is not an easy puzzle to figure out. If you're going to keep down Bron Breakker, you're going to go through the trenches to do it. Seth Rollins, a little shot to Roman. Look at Rollins coming off the top. I don't think he got all of it, but he got enough. Both challengers were at least down for a moment, giving the WWE Champion an opportunity to capitalize. Bron, I'm sure, would like to finish what he started with Seth a few weeks ago on Raw for the arrival of Roman Reigns, as Roman now sends the champion over the top rope. Roman Reigns wants to dictate the pace of this matchup. We talked about the triple threat and the style of it, but if Roman Reigns can institute his style of match, executing a offense on only one superstar while taking care of another on the outside, Roman Reigns could have a master plan en route to victory tonight. Roman Reigns all over Seth Rollins. You see Bron Breakker, he's got a steel chair. No countouts, no disqualifications in a triple threat, as we know. Roman Reigns now back on Seth Rollins. These two men have been through so much. They've been arch rivals, they've been brothers. They seemingly put their issues behind them to settle the score at the Judgment Day at WrestleMania. But now once again, oh man, they're on opposite sides of the ring, and Bron Breakker saying, this isn't about you, Roman, this isn't about Seth, this is about me. Throwing Roman Reigns around like he's last week's garbage. And then look at Seth. Well, Roman Reigns was trying to rule this ring for a couple of moments there. It looks as if Bron Breakker and Seth Rollins have had enough of it. Military press position. Down goes Roman. Bron. Standing moonsault. How impressive. Roman Reigns rolling to the outside. Seth Rollins sees an opportunity on that. There's the WWE Champion to the outside as well. So unpredictable as a triple threat matchup. Roman Reigns, then Bron Breakker trying to get their bearings back on both sides of the ring. Meanwhile, Seth Rollins going for a crossbody on Bron. Nobody at home. Looks like that prime hydration station wasn't a few inches to the left. It's really been a crash and burn for Seth. Roman Reigns just trying to pick his spots as Bron Breakker. Moonsault delivers on Seth Rollins this time, but he falls right into the waiting arms of the OTC Roman Reigns. And we saw a grueling one-on-one wrestling match between Ilja, Dragunov, and Cody Rhodes moments ago. Triple threat, so different in styles. Roman now sending Seth back inside of the ring. Roman Reigns has got to spear Seth Rollins to oblivion and pin his shoulders tonight to win the title. Damn sure he'll do so, but the same can be said about Seth Rollins. If he's got to stomp Reigns lights out and pin the OTC to lead with the gold, best believe he'll do it. Bron Breakker, I don't think gives a damn who he keeps down as long as he can walk out of Backlash as the champion. Oh no, Bron Breakker sent to the outside. Rollins' wheels are a-spinning. Oh man, pair of boots right to the champ. And Roman Reigns right there, sending Rollins right to those diamond-plated steps. And once again, it seems as if Roman Reigns may be the smartest man in the matchup, because multiple times over since the opening bell, he has been the only man standing. Rollins clearing off the announce table. Oh, Roman Reigns with a variation of a Blue Thunder Bomb to Seth. And Roman Reigns clearly just wants to wrestle his style of matchup, wants to dictate the pace, dictate the punishment, and coast to victory. Oh, I don't even know if Seth meant to connect with Reigns that time, but he took out his knee. Seth Rollins now sending Roman right to the barrier. WWE Champion, however, back on his feet as Rollins focuses in on the OTC. There's the WWE Champion coming from behind. Oh, Seth Rollins with a swing blade at ringside. The added punishment that comes with landing on the floor here in the LDLC. Rollins. Oh, he's got his eyes on the announce table. Roman Reigns, you see, is standing back. He is allowing Rollins to do whatever he wants to do. If it's take out Bron Breakker with the announce table, so be it. Seth Rollins all over Bron Breakker. Oh, wait a minute. Roman Reigns sees an opportunity, and Rollins jumps off the table and goes right after the OTC. And back with his attention on the WWE Champion is the Visionary. Seth Rollins now with Bron Breakker on the table. Rollins. Pedigree through the announce table to Bron Breakker. Oh, wait a minute. Roman Reigns sending Seth back inside the ring. Superman punch. Reigns gonna win the title. Not just yet. Reigns picking his spot, and it nearly worked out. And Bron Breakker somehow back to his feet. Spear! Roman spears Bron! Oh, and Seth Rollins gonna break things up. Rollins ensuring this matchup isn't over yet. And after the pedigree through the announce table and a spear by Roman, you had to believe Bron was beat that time if it worked for the Visionary. And what a triple threat matchup this has been. All in the name of leaving for the undisputed WWE Championship. Roman takes out Rollins. Oh. Man, Roman Reigns, many a times throughout this matchup, is looking untouchable. This is why he accomplished so much in his career before that hiatus a few years ago, before he started taking opportunities outside of the WWE, television, movies, cinema. And Roman Reigns came back to the WWE a year ago to win gold all over again. And that's what he looks to do here tonight. Not if Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker got anything to say about it. There's the WWE Champion here. He's got Roman fall-away slam. And for Breakker to still house that kind of punishment after the punishment he's taken in this matchup speaks volumes. Wait a minute, Seth! Curb stomp! Curb stomp to Bron! And Roman Reigns saying, not today, not on my watch. Rollins nearly putting this matchup away if it weren't for the OTC. Bron spears Roman to retain the title. No! What a match in the main event here at Backlash. All three of these men are are throwing their best shots, and so far it hasn't been enough. Rollins curb stomps Breaker. Roman speared Bron earlier on. Bron speared Roman, the pedigree through the table. So much has taken place just in the last few moments. And somehow all three of these men are standing on their feet and they're throwing live rounds. And Rollins and Reigns were kidded a few weeks ago on Raw when they said if they had to go through each other to win the championship, then so be it. Bron Breakker, all of a sudden ruling the ring. Into the cover on Seth he goes, but Roman Reigns getting his wits about him. Bron Breakker said he's got that dog inside of him, and every time he breaks through that curtain, the dogs are barking from arena to arena. We're looking at the original big dog right now, Roman Reigns, who's telling Bron Breakker this is still his yard. However, he runs in. Little Steiner line by Breakker, but Roman Reigns again kicks out. Seth Rollins now sending Bron Breakker into the corner. What does the Visionary have in mind? Going high risk, high reward, Frankensteiner to a man who houses its lineage. And now Roman in the corner. Another spear to Bron Breakker. But Seth Rollins goes after Roman Reigns. Rollins now gonna steal the victory. No! It's not over yet. It's not over yet. This is a true test of wills, a true test of grit and glory. Who wants it more here at Backlash? Rollins sent into the corner by the Undisputed Champion, who turns his sights to Roman Reigns, but unfortunately runs into some elbow shots right to the rib cage. Rollins now goes behind. He's got Roman Reigns in his sights. Down goes the OTC. Braun's on the outside. Roman looking up at the lights. Seth's on top. Frog splash to Roman. Into the pin. This is gonna do it. Bron Breakker ensuring it won't be over yet. Another close call. Steiner line to the Revolutionary. This is what it's all about. Who wants it more? Look at the gut wrench. Into the powerbomb on Seth. What a triple threat matchup this has been here at Backlash. The disrespect by Roman Reigns. Doesn't give a damn as long as he leaves with the gold. At this point, I don't think Seth Rollins does either as he sends Roman Reigns to the outside. Bron Breakker, a reversal. He's got Seth Rollins in his side, spine buster to the Visionary. Seth now rolling to the outside. Pinfall's got to take place inside of the ring. Seth knows that. He escaped while he could, but Bron bringing him back inside. German suplex to the Visionary. Keep your eyes on the OTC, Bron. Roman Reigns now from behind. Stopping Breakker's momentum dead in its tracks. The Seth Rollins with a shot to Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins now with a revolutionary forearm. And Bron Breakker, no countouts, no disqualifications. Steel chairs welcome right to the back of Seth. Seth Rollins kicks out. Again, Roman rolls to the outside and nearly saw this matchup go up in smoke without him being involved in the equation. Roman trying to get back inside of the ring now. Bron Breakker in hot pursuit of Seth. He's got Seth on the top rope. Bron Breakker looking for a Frankensteiner of his own. Oh, Bron Breakker able to duck Roman Reigns' leaping lariat into the pinfall, but Roman breaking things up. That might have been all she wrote. If Roman Reigns didn't intervene. Roman Reigns refuses to be put down here at Backlash. Seth Rollins now with a shot to the OTC. Anything can happen. And so far, everything has. All three of these men beating the daylights out of each other in hopes of leaving Backlash with a gold. Roman taking to the outside. Bron with Rollins up. The hell was that? Just dropped Seth Rollins on his crown. It's over. This one is over.
Here is your winner, and still the undisputed WWE Champion,
Bron Breakker used the Frankensteiner, the Steiner line, the spear, but ultimately had to dig down deep in his arsenal and pull out a maneuver to drop Rollins right on his dome and get the victory. The biggest challenge of his career, and this absolute dog continues to knock each and every obstacle down. What an incredible night it has been here in Lyon, France for the 2025 Backlash, and we leave you with this: Bron Breakker still undisputed champion.